The NBA Slam Dunk Contest used to be one of the highlights of the All-Star Weekend until it got watered down.
And here is Vince Carter with his first shot.
Vince Carter changed the event in 2000 when he completely dominated it. Dwight Howard brought his brand of flair in the late 2000s. However, the contest lost its mojo in the middle of the 2010s until a rivalry brought it back and made it relevant again. We're talking about the Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon dunk rivalry. So, if you want to know what went down in this rivalry between two of the greatest dunkers of all time, you might want to stick around for a few minutes. 2015 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. Zach LaVine impressed the world. When he entered the 2015 Slam Dunk Contest, Zach LaVine wasn't the favorite to win it all. There wasn't anyone who thought he was going to dominate and change the event. After all, he was just a rookie on a struggling Minnesota team. Everyone knew he could fly, but no one thought he was going to be a star or that he was good enough to change the dunk contest. But the rookie stepped onto the court and dropped jaws.
Championship round. Oh, he got this one. He got that one.
LaVine's opening dunk was an homage to the movie Space Jam. Emerging onto the court wearing a Toon Squad jersey, LaVine's first dunk immediately lit up the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. He executed a reverse windmill dunk while catching the ball off a bounce, a dunk so innovative and clean that it left commentators struggling to find words. The execution was flawless because his elevation, hang time, and smooth finish seemed almost otherworldly. LaVine set the tone early, making people wonder if he had already shown his best dunk or if the other competitors could step it up and match what he did. Of course, he had more tricks up his sleeves. On his second dunk, LaVine caught the ball off a bounce, switched hands behind his back, and slammed it with authority. Again, he scored a perfect 50, wowing people not only with his sheer athleticism and hang time, but also with his ability to execute his dunks flawlessly. His dunks looked so natural that they looked like they were regular in-game dunks. LaVine's dunks were so spectacular that they overshadowed the performances of the other competitors, including Victor Oladipo, who put on an impressive show himself but was ultimately outmatched. The crowd, the judges, and even his fellow players were in awe. Twitter and social media exploded with reactions, hailing LaVine as the contest's savior after years of lackluster events.
You got Jordan on your back. This better be special.
The final two dunks solidified LaVine's status as a generational talent in dunk contests. He performed an astonishing between-the-legs dunk after catching the ball in midair from a teammate, a feat that earned him 45 points from the judges. The pressure was on Oladipo, who couldn't match LaVine's performance. All that the rookie needed in his final dunk was to complete it to win the contest. But he finished it spectacularly, performing another between-the-legs dunk. LaVine won the contest handily, scoring an incredible total score of 194 in his dunks. The performance drew comparisons to Vince Carter's iconic 2000 showing, with many calling it the best dunk contest in years. LaVine basically set the standard, and one person was willing to step up to the plate and challenge him. 2016 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine. Aaron Gordon got robbed. While LaVine's dominant outing during the 2015 Slam Dunk Contest was widely regarded as the best individual performance since Vince Carter, the 2016 version ended up being the greatest Slam Dunk Contest since the Jordan and Wilkins rivalry during the 80s. And that's because one man stepped up and made things more interesting, preventing LaVine from completely dominating this field. The Orlando Magic's Aaron Gordon, a young forward, was already known for his explosive hops. People knew he could dunk, but being just a dunker wasn't going to cut it in the slam dunk contest. He needed to match the flair and creativity that LaVine brought to the table. And he delivered, because by the end of the night, people were hailing this contest as the greatest of all time, with a lot of fans still claiming the results should have been different. Gordon didn't just show up to compete, but arrived to revolutionize what we thought was possible in the air. In the first round, Gordon delivered a jaw-dropping dunk that set the tone. He started off with a powerful reverse dunk where he had to go under the legs. This allowed him to showcase his talent, hang time, and power. LaVine, ever the showman, responded in kind. His first-round dunk featured his signature blend of grace and power, going for a one-handed spinning dunk with the ball behind his body. His takeoff seemed effortless, and the execution was so flawless that he also earned a perfect 50. The stage was set for a dunk-off that would redefine the contest. Gordon, however, made sure to impress people with his next dunk. With the Magic's mascot, Stuff the Magic Dragon, riding on a hoverboard while raising the ball above his head, Gordon jumped over him before grabbing the ball and letting it go through his legs. He stuffed that ball with a thunderous dunk that got the crowd roaring.
He does this.
But then, LaVine did a Jordan dunk where, instead of having the ball in his hands, he caught it in midair in what was an alley-oop free throw dunk. This dunk allowed him and Gordon to make it to the championship round. Gordon set the tone once more in the second round. With Stuff spinning on a hoverboard, Gordon timed his leap to perfection, snagging the ball from Stuff's outstretched hand, spun in the air, and slammed the ball home. The control, creativity, and sheer audacity of the dunk earned him a perfect 50. LaVine countered with another high-flying dunk that may not have been as impressive as Gordon's dunk, but still earned a 50. But Gordon wasn't done. In the second round, he introduced a dunk that is still talked about today. With Stuff holding the ball high above his head, Gordon leaped, grabbed the ball, tucked his legs into a seated position midair, essentially sitting on air, and dunked the ball with authority. The crowd lost its collective mind, and rightly so. This wasn't just a dunk, but was a physics-defying masterpiece. Judges awarded him another 50, and many believed that this was the moment Gordon had sealed the contest. And if anyone could give him more than 10 points, they would have done so.
In that mascot.
LaVine, however, refused to back down. He pulled off a free throw line dunk while cocking the ball around, a move blending vintage Jordan and modern-day flair. Again, a perfect 50. The duel escalated into an overtime showdown where both contestants had to dig even deeper into their creativity. Gordon came back with another incredible feat, this time catching the ball off a toss and completing a behind-the-head reverse jam. It was the kind of dunk that should have ended the contest then and there. But LaVine had another dunk up his sleeve. From behind the backboard, he bounced the ball on the floor, caught it in midair, passed it through his legs, and then hit a reverse dunk. But while the commentators thought that this dunk contest should have been a tie, the judges needed to decide a winner. Aaron Gordon, however, ran out of dunks in the tie-breaking round. Though his final dunk was spectacular, it didn't match up to his earlier dunks. He ran from the baseline, jumped in the air, put the ball up his head, and then between his legs before going for a powerful reverse slam. That dunk would have gotten 50 any other day, but it just didn't have the same flair that his previous dunks had. He earned a 47 for that one. LaVine capitalized. His final dunk, another free throw line special with his signature finesse, earned yet another 50 and the contest victory. While LaVine's performance was undeniably spectacular, the decision left fans and analysts questioning the fairness of the outcome. To this day, people thought Gordon got robbed, especially after delivering that sitting dunk. His dunks were better than LaVine's, but both players deserved 50s in their performances. The problem was that Gordon ran out of dunks in overtime, as he never thought it would get that far. He is still widely regarded as the uncrowned 2016 dunk champion. 2017 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. Aaron Gordon, poor performance, lost to Glenn Robinson III. When Aaron Gordon stepped onto the court at the 2017 NBA Slam Dunk Contest, fans were buzzing with anticipation. After his iconic showdown with Zach LaVine in 2016, Gordon was expected to deliver another jaw-dropping performance. With LaVine skipping this one out, Gordon now had a chance to claim the crown he should have won a year ago. This time, however, things didn't go as planned. Gordon's first dunk, a collaboration with a drone, was ambitious but fell flat.
Bought one and lost it the same day. See what I'm saying?
The idea was futuristic. The drone would drop the ball for Gordon to catch midair and finish with a stylish slam. Unfortunately, after multiple attempts, the execution wasn't clean, and the judges docked points for the lack of fluidity. The creativity was there, but the magic was missing. As the night wore on, it became clear that Gordon wasn't at his best. Hampered by a lingering foot injury, his usual explosive hops seemed diminished. The dunk that had previously electrified arenas, the ones where Gordon would glide through the air with grace and power, were nowhere to be found. His second dunk didn't fare much better, lacking the signature creativity and precision fans had come to expect. Meanwhile, Glenn Robinson III quietly took control of the contest. His final dunk, a reverse two-handed slam after jumping over multiple people, sealed the victory with a perfect 50. It was simple yet flawless, a stark contrast to Gordon's over-engineered but under-delivered attempts. For Gordon, the 2017 contest was a far cry from his 2016 masterpiece. While his performance fell short, it served as a reminder. The dunk contest isn't just about innovation, but more about execution. On that night, Glenn Robinson III had both, and Gordon didn't. 2020 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. Aaron Gordon versus Derrick Jones Jr. Aaron Gordon got robbed again. When Aaron Gordon entered the 2020 NBA Slam Dunk Contest, fans knew he wasn't just another competitor, but a guy with unfinished business. After all, his 2016 battle with Zach LaVine became legendary even though Gordon walked away empty-handed. Unlike in 2017, he was healthy entering the 2020 event. This time, the stakes were higher, the dunks flashier, and the controversy somehow even more outrageous. From the opening round, it was clear this was going to be a showdown for the ages. Gordon threw down a between-the-legs reverse dunk. It earned him a perfect 50, and rightfully so, because this was Gordon saying, "I'm not here to lose again." Derrick Jones Jr., on the other hand, wasn't intimidated. Known for his ridiculous bounce, Jones threw down dunk after dunk with jaw-dropping authority, including a between-the-legs slam over a helper that screamed, "You better take me seriously." But then came the final round where the real drama began. Gordon jumped over Taco Fall. Yes, Taco Fall, the 7'5" fan favorite who stood tall like a human skyscraper. Gordon not only cleared him, but also managed to dunk with power and grace. The crowd went berserk. Fans thought it was a wrap, because how could anyone top that? Except the judges didn't agree. Instead of the perfect 50 it deserved, Gordon got a 47, handing the win to Jones. Social media exploded. Fans cried foul. Even NBA players called it robbery. And people pointed to none other than the retired superstar, Dwayne Wade, who seemed to be quite biased towards Jones, his former Miami Heat teammate. There were rumors that the judges agreed to force a tie and a final dunk after Gordon's last dunk. Both Gordon's and Jones's dunks were great, but weren't exactly deserving of a 50. That was why Jones got a 48. Meanwhile, Wade gave Gordon a 9, all while two other judges also gave him a 9, thereby totaling the score to 47. But the consensus was that, while Gordon's final dunk was probably better than Jones's, judges thought Jones was better throughout the entire contest. So, in a way, they probably gave the final dunk to him instead of Gordon. This was the complete opposite of the 2016 contest against LaVine. Back then, Gordon was the better and more consistent dunker, but fell short and ran out of dunks. In 2020, however, Jones was the better dunker all contest long, only for Gordon to finish with a better dunk in the end. The difference, however, was that Wade and the other judges awarded the crown to Jones, whereas Gordon was the uncrowned king once more. Gordon walked off the court, declaring he was done with the dunk contest for good. It also sparked the enduring question: how many times can Aaron Gordon be the best without winning?